Hello students, welcome to the world of digital teaching. I am Amrit Beer and we started with the chapter We Are Not Afraid to Die, We Can All Be Together. I hope you have all gone through the introductory video which gave you an idea of the background story and the theme and gist of the chapter. Today we'll be taking up the detailed analysis of the chapter and I do hope you have your textbooks open in front of you. So here we go, chapter 2, We Are Not Afraid to Die, We Can All Be Together by Gordon Cook and Ellen East. So when we start with the chapter, you can have a look. You have a few terms given right in the beginning of the chapter, the expressions from the text itself. Honing our seafaring skills. Honing is improving. Ominous silence. Ominous silence is when something which is scary, something you don't know about. Mayday calls. The SOS calls, pinpricks in the vast ocean, a tousled head. Now, the first thing why NCERT has given you these phrases right in the introduction, be careful, here it is mentioned, infer the meaning. Infer is when you need to derive the meaning of these phrases from the text itself as you keep reading. Now, when you look at the text, in the beginning, in the first two paragraphs, we have a background of how this journey is undertaken by the sailors. From the very first paragraph, you come to know about the passengers of that ship. Remember, I gave you a list of the passengers in our first introductory video. In July 1976, my wife Mary, son Jonathan 6 years old, daughter Suzanne 7, and I set sail from Plymouth. So these were the four persons and he gives you the background of why he undertook this journey, that is to recreate the journey undertaken by Captain James Cook. So this is the first paragraph, basically it is the background. Now the second paragraph, when you look at the second paragraph, this is about the boat Wave Walker. So in the second paragraph, first of all, we see the technical details being given about the boat, that is Wave Walker. Its dimensions, its length, weight, professionally built. They have tested it in the roughest times. And then you come across these important information. This information I already gave you in the introductory video, the names of the two sailors who were accompanying him on that boat. And the sea, the Southern Indian Ocean, which is considered to be the roughest which he had to face, right? So as we move ahead, now the first day has passed, it was calm. Second day, he says they began to face strong gales. Strong gales is strong blowing winds. So when the strong winds started blowing, it was a cause of worry for the sailors because the result was the waves that were too high. They were as high as 15 meters. As the main mast. Now I would like to point out the word mast here. Now see students, please make it a point. The words that I am marking here, I want you all to look up the meaning of these words and then we'll take up these words in the next video. But first I would like all of you to look up these words in the dictionary, search it on the Google and note down the meanings so that we can take up the discussion in the next video. Now, as the journey continues, they reached east of Cape Town. Atrocious weather, another important word, atrocious weather. They had a wonderful holiday. They celebrated Christmas in Cape Town, but then the weather changed for the worse. This is a very good phrase used in English. Something when it changes for the worse, that is, it grows from bad to worse. Now the waves were gigantic by the time it was January 2. Now see, he has mentioned the dates. We were sailing with only a small storm jib, something which protects the ship from the storm, and still making 8 knots. Knots is the unit of measuring the speed of the ship in water. So now this is how they had started struggling against the huge waves. Then the first indication of impending disaster. Impending disaster is something when you know that it is bound to happen someday soon. So this was their first indication of the disaster. As you know, as you will read this, you will come to know the details of their struggle, basically the author has described his journey, how they started their struggle trying to keep the ship afloat. Gradually he describes how the journey became more and more difficult. So there was a growing roar of the clouds, right? And this was an impression that was formed by the sailor, that it was a cloud. But basically what it was, as you read the paragraph, you come to know that it was a huge wave, twice the height of the other waves, just like a tsunami kind of thing, you can say. Try to look up information about tsunami as well. We have had recent experiences and there are certain characteristics associated with the concept of tsunami. So I would like you to search about that as well, since it would add to your general information, right? So these two paragraphs, basically they give you the details of how the disaster was coming on to them, how they suffered the injuries, how the ship was surrounded by the dangerous waves. So these two paragraphs describe those details. As you move forward, then they have to make this struggle of pumping out the water from the ship. Decks are smashed and we are full of water. Now this was the challenge. The ship was full of water now. So to save the ship from sinking, they had to pump out the water. Then, after this struggle, they start doing this. After struggling with the wave, they now start pumping out water. And in doing that, when you read this stretch of the chapter, you will come to know that a sudden problem that they face was that their pumps had stopped working. Now when their pumps had been blocked and with the debris floating around, debris is the remains floating about. So this was how their struggle was much more tedious and dangerous. The hardships that they faced, but still they kept strong. Now this is a new leg of the journey, starting from 3rd January, when the pumps had the water level sufficiently under control. Now the water level comes to a level where they can control it by 3rd of January. We survived for 15 hours since the hit. It is when after they were hit by the huge wave. Now here I remember, if you have all seen the sinking of the ship Titanic, there was a movie based on the sinking of the ship Titanic, the ship that was the largest made till date, most luxurious ship, and that ship sank on its maiden journey actually. That is why it's been so important in the history of time. And how the ship sank, it had hit an iceberg basically. If you have seen the movie Titanic, there you can see how the ship strikes that iceberg, how that ship sinks into the water. It is, you can say, cut into two parts from the middle, and then it goes down and sinks. So that's the kind of damage that can be done to the ships when they hit an iceberg. Here in this case it's different because it has hit a wave. But if you try to search for information on the internet, hitting a huge wave can be as powerful, it can have as good as impact as hitting a rock. So that's how a huge wave can act to a ship. It's just like hitting a rock. So since they had this hit, they had survived for 15 hours. That's how he describes his journey. Then he comes to the date January 4th. We reach the date January 4th. Now for 36 hours they had been continuously pumping the water. So that's how, see, another message that is being given here is you can't survive sitting idle doing nothing. You have to continuously work. They struggled against the odd situation. They struggled against the damaging impact that the events occurring had on them. So they actually fought back against the circumstances, and that is how they were able to survive. So now when the things were looking up for a while, but that respite word actually means break. That break was a very short-lived one. Again the clouds began to gather. So now we know, as in the beginning we have seen that the two kids are also there on the ship. Now we have come to the situation when the kids, they start questioning, are we going to die? So now the sailor, his father, he tries to assure him that we could make it, that is, we will be able to survive these conditions. And this is what the kid says: we aren't afraid of dying if we can all be together. So this sums up the theme of the chapter. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together, right? So this is how now the story will take a turn. They again start struggling against the circumstances. The wave walker, it came out of the stormy sea with the winds easing. That is, the wind would calm down now, and he was monitoring back in the chart room. He was monitoring the wind speeds, and he was able to keep a check on that. They were looking for a place to land now, which is how their journey would end peacefully now, right? So he checked his calculation about the nearest island where he could now land safely. This is how he keeps on going, and then finally they see the island of Amsterdam. It was a bleak piece of volcanic rock, the most beautiful island in the world. That is how he could see this island. He wanted to land there safely. This journey would end there by their landing safely. So this was the journey. In the next video, we would of course discuss the vocabulary words, and I am sure you will look up the meaning. And of course, we'll be discussing the question answers. In the meanwhile, I would like to ask you to go through these questions, understanding the text and talking about the text. We will be taking up the discussion of these questions in our next video, plus the vocabulary words. So till then, take care, stay safe, happy reading. Thank you.